So this time on Digimon, I was gonna say Survive, but that's not what we're talking about.
No,
Damn
it is not.
it. This time on Digimon, Leomon might not survive this.
What else is new?
Yeah. So yeah, if you're here, welcome to the Anispective cast where we really don't like crystal healing, or crystal destroying, or crystal god. Actually, crystal god is kinda cool. Yeah, this time, episode 45, 45. Freaking Masaru and his friends finally go to confront Yggdrasil in his big tree hideout. And they're like, okay, it's time to punch Dad God in the face. And then crystals arrive and turns out, oh crap, they're actually kind of hard to beat. Oh geez, they reflect everything.
Well, it's like, oh, they're so hard to beat. Cut to like 15 minutes later where they just do regular basic attacks on them and break them.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, they're really easy to beat, actually. Just don't shoot your special moves at them.
I assume there's like a lot of them, but yeah. Like,
I mean,
Toma takes,
when they break in one hit, doesn't matter.
I know, man. I guess it depends. Toma takes way too long to figure out what if we just punch it. For the strategist of the group, he takes a long time to come to that conclusion, it feels like.
It's kind of extra stupid because Agumon fires a baby flame at it and like it shoots it back at him. And the immediate response is use your special attacks and try to break them, Galmon and Lalamon or whoever. And they do, and it fires them back at him. It's like, what did you think was going to happen?
So I should say, I honestly did like this episode. This was pretty cool. We were going to be shitting on these things.
All of these are fine. They're just dumb little moments like the crystals.
Oh, yeah. I feel like that's always kind of like a weird thing with Digimon, right? Where it's like, oh yeah, it's a cool series, it's fine, it's got a lot of good stuff, and like the dumbest crap will happen. You're like, hey, remember when they did that weird thing? Yeah, that was something.
Yeah. Okay, so I don't know if we're gonna talk about all of these as in like one big thing, but I wanted to address a couple of things while I'm thinking of it.
Okay.
One, you were right. The tree, Yggdrasil's tree, it wasn't always there. It appears as needed. That's why.
Yeah.
That's why it was so hard for Suguru to find it.
Yeah, they honestly probably could have lampshaded that better, but yeah, no, that makes sense. Although to be fair, sorry, go ahead.
Two, I complained about Bancho Leomon standing aside and doing absolutely nothing for a lot of the plot. They give a reason.
Yeah.
And I'm glad they did.
Honestly, fair enough reason, but it's like really convoluted, and it's like, oh, alright, okay. I don't know if this makes sense in hindsight, but sure, why not? I do want to mention though, like, balance out me being right, I was super wrong. Sheikah can totally produce a Digisoul. It seems like everyone can.
Literally everyone, even a super sick like little girl.
Even like a literal baby, seemingly.
Yeah.
So, I have no reason why they didn't want Chica to have a Digimon now, and why that thing with Biomon was such a huge deal. I don't know, is it just pure crack nonsense? Who knows? Everyone seems to think there's a real danger. I know what happened.
Also, we later get confirmation that like getting superpowers from your Digisoul and like punching really hard and like defending super good isn't just the Masaru thing, because Yoshino does it.
Yeah. Yoshino punches like so hard, and it's just the conclusion of her character arc. It's that she punches really hard and she becomes a cop.
Yeah. My takeaway from this is, humanity has learned that they can all have superpowers.
Yes.
Apparently, just everyone has Digisoul, and everyone can use it.
Do we want to focus on like one episode at a time? After that, we've like talked about the future stuff a bit.
I mean, probably, yeah. So
Yeah, because I'm looking at this and it's like, God, I don't think I'm put out like a freaking 2 hour pod. I don't think anyone that's like been watching would watch that.
yeah,
I gotta set a limit, man.
yeah. Okay, so yeah, goal of this episode: get to Yggdrasil,
Yes.
God, Dad.
We have our goal. We must find God and we must kill him.
He must be punched in the face.
He must be punched in the face as hard as physically possible. Can I just
problem.
Yeah.
Oh, go ahead.
Can I just point out like how goofy is that it's like Yggdrasil is this cold calculating like machine trying to do what's logical or whatever, and like the second it gets a human bite it's making the most evil villain faces possible. Also, sup soul.
Yeah.
Digigod sucks. Yeah, Digigod sucks. But yeah, can we just acknowledge how freaking evil, like, possessed, like, Daimon Yggdrasil looks in every single scene?
Yeah, he's like, oh, logic this, logic that, emotions are dumb or whatever. And then he's just like, I am so evil looking.
Emotions are dumb. We must do what's logical and destroy the human world. It's the only sure way. And meanwhile, he's giving the biggest evil smile and hamming it up.
Yeah, emotions are dumb. I am super mad at the humans.
Oh man. I am the Wiz 9000 computer. I have feelings. I have become human.
That was weird.
We'll get to it.
Yeah, it's like, what? Okay, but long story short, they're doing the thing where it's like Masaru has to go alone with Agumon while everybody else stops to fight the dumb crystals that are super weak and can be destroyed by Akuto's boomerang.
Jeez, I forgot the boomerang.
He throws his boomerang and kills 2 of them in one go.
Holy crap, Akuto's so strong, man. He's so powerful.
It's the crystals are the dumbest thing in this episode. So yeah, Masaru goes on with Agumon and he's trying to punch his dad in the face, and he's like, "Nope, I have a barrier and you can't break through it."
Even the barrier will work.
Digimon are cool and humans are stupid. Digigod 2006.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Yeah.
Listen, I feel like across multiple religions it's been pretty consistent that God is very preferential. He just does what he wants.
Yeah.
You will like certain groups way more than others, and you know what? If you don't like that, then get wrecked. Jeez, why do we even need to save these humans? They don't even, like, worship me. You get wrecked, idiots.
Yeah,
man.
So this episode can kind of be boiled down to, I mean, there's like a cool moment or two. Like, so Masaru spends a lot of his time trying to punch his dad in the face and getting through to him, and it's not working.
Yeah.
And eventually he's had enough and just launches Masaru out of the tree. And then we get like an Advent Children moment.
I guess his Digisoul is so strong he can jump off projectiles with it.
I mean, if he can use it to stop the tip of a spear from a gigantic Digimon, why not?
Yeah, sure. Like, if there's one thing that's, like, very clearly established in these episodes, it's that Digisouls are bullshit and they just do whatever you want, because the power of human emotion is infinite.
Yeah, it's the Digivice plot element, like, turned into, like, a super aura.
Yeah, Masaru is like superhuman at this point. He's like jumping off of mega level attacks. He's like breaking through barriers. He's punching God in the face multiple times.
Yeah, he does land the punch because he wasn't expecting him to fly back into the room all of a sudden.
Jeez, it's so satisfying too, but it's like, holy crap, man.
Yeah.
Kind of started the episode a bit goofy, but the end was worth it. Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. Because the star's like, we have to escape these crystals, and we have weird comic relief moments of like, oh, watch out, the crystals. We'll keep them distracted, guys. And it's playing the goofy music and everything.
Yeah, there's like weird musical cues in this one. I think it's this episode where I think it's all the way back starting in this episode where Craniumon has gone to the human world and it's like, oh, it's happening over here.
The B plot.
Like, yeah, and Craniumon is trying to get to Bancho Leomon, but Biomon is like, it's another royal knight. We have to go fight it.
Yeah. Biomon tries to fight Craniumon, and it doesn't exactly go well, but screw it. Craniumon is trying to do something good anyways.
Yeah, Biomon flies up to fight him, and Craniumon just kind of smacks him out of the air.
Listen, Craniumon has to do something very important, He's gotta take the burden on from Atlas and become the one that carries the world.
Yeah. Essentially, he breaks Bancho Leomon out of his, like, crystal thing and is like, I'll hold it, you go help.
Yeah, he's gotta be a bro, and yeah, they get kind of nuts with the Digisoul. It was okay with Masaru, but yeah, since then everyone joins it, yeah, it kind of gets insane.
Yeah.
Listen, the Digisoul is like, it's like Gurren Lagann. You have more fight in you, and your willpower makes the machine go harder.
Fine by me, it's cool.
Yeah, I'm fine enough with it, it is what it is. I'm glad it's not like every series is like this, but as a one-off thing, it's nice.
Yeah.
Rule of cool, exactly, yeah.
So yeah, Craniumon goes and frees Bancho Leomon, who shows up to help Masaru, who's about to go punch his dad in the face some more. And then Bancho Leomon drops the biggest bomb that I actually didn't see coming. And it's like, I'm your dad.
Yeah, I don't know if anyone saw this crap coming, because, like, they don't really give any hints to it.
They do not.
It just kind of happens. It's like, oh, what? All right. Because he keeps saying he is your father and he's not your father. And I'm like, okay, is it because, like, freaking Yggdrasil is possessing Daimon? And it's like, no. It's because Bancho Leomon is your real dad.
And just like the thing I mentioned earlier where it's like, oh, they give an explanation for why he wasn't fighting and helping that way. Part of it was also revealing his true identity, and that's why he didn't tell him.
Wait a second, Bancho Leomon, why were you ring to love Rue? That's not something you'd have in the digital world. When would you become a fan of? Oh no! That's why! No wonder he was walking around wearing Simpsons t-shirts, cause he's my dad!
Sure.
Basically, Leomon's housing two souls. Yeah. I should have known when he started busting out the lame, super forced puns. Jeez.
That's the problem. Suguru's not that type of guy. He's so much like Masaru that he's just always like, yeah, fist fight Digimon.
Punch him good, punch him harder.
Yeah, punch him, son. Go get him, champ.
I should have known when Leomon really wanted to play catch with Masaru that there's more to it than that. Just they're like training their digi souls, and they're like, "Oh hey, where are you? Can you like help us, Leomon? My Digimon's dying." And he was just sitting there with a cup of coffee and a newspaper, like, "Yeah, I'll do it later." We're learning each other with our fists. Yeah.
But yeah, that's pretty much this episode. It just ends with that bombshell.
Is there like I'm thinking back and it's like I feel like there's like points where it's like, all right, if this was the case, why didn't he do this or why did he do that? And the next episode's like, oh, he couldn't actually interfere, and it's like, oh, I guess that's why.
Yeah.
Huh. Yeah, is that why he did the Digisoul training the way he did? Because he couldn't, like, interfere? So all he could
Probably.
do was give them, like, a vague heads up and then, like, let them just work it out on their own? Yeah.
Yeah, it seems like Yggdrasil was cool with him like training them as long as he didn't reveal what his real identity or whatever.
Yeah, because, like, I assume that's, like, when the training is just like, hey, here's some dummies, just fight them. I assume that's not technically interfering because you didn't actually teach them much. You said, oh, awaken your Digisouls, and then led them to a house and said some bullcrap about emotion until they got it.
I'm pretty sure the wording was directly interfering, which means
Yeah.
like he couldn't jump in and help fight,
Yeah.
but he could train them.
I don't know if I'm reaching or not, but it's like maybe that's why he was so like weird and like just non-committal to it and just, wasn't really giving them clear instructions because maybe he was like out while like push the line and like, get my real body killed.
Mm.
Seems all I was doing is make sure that they worked out. Yeah. Basically, Digigod's like, it doesn't matter if you teach them anyways. God complex and stuff like that. I guess, yeah. No, I guess that makes sense. Maybe it makes sense. But it's goofy that they actually came up with a reason, and it's like, yeah, alright. Yeah, sure.
Makes
Fair
enough
enough.
sense.
Yeah. Right, there is one last thing I do want to mention. Which is there's a goofy one I kind of liked where like Masaru sees the crystals and gets the Digisoul. And he's like, okay, yeah, let's do this. And he's gonna do the thing, and Yoshio literally freaks out and stops him. And she's like, wait, you'll like cause a freaking cave in. We're like inside the tree. And he's like, oh, right, yeah.
Yeah, it's like you can't evolve here. You'd be too big.
Yeah, you'd crush us against the walls. Just stop for a second, Masaru. Can't push it, but at least they thought that. Yeah, most wouldn't even, like, give that much, really. But yeah, should we move on then? Because I feel like we hadn't talked out this episode much, but we basically covered everything, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Jeez, who would have thought that Masaru's dad was Cool Cat?
I had absolutely no idea that was going to be a thing. Like, I feel like I should have kind of saw it coming, but no, I didn't. Not at all.
Yeah, she was kind of right into it. It's not saying they're on Yoshi and Ikuto of small megas. Yeah, pretty much. Oh, man. So yeah, moving on to episode 46, because holy crap, there's a lot we have to get through today.
Yep.
We have one more episode than normal and less time to do it in. So yeah, this episode, Bancho Leomon's like, hey Masaru, I'm your papa. And he's like, what? And he's like, okay, let me explain though.
And then we get an episode where he explains.
Yeah. Explains that it's like Daimon became his partner, which honestly, this kind of surprised me because the card game spoilers made me think that his partner would be Leomon, and he evolved it up. But no, I guess he has found a wild Bancho Leomon.
Yeah.
And Dad are best bros. Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, I do like that he just finds him in the desert and he's like, "Oh, bold of you to pass through my territory and whatever." And he's like, "Yeah, sorry, I just got to get through here." And it's just like, what's he say? He says like, "Which is greater, a god or a bancho?" It's like that little exchange leads to them fighting,
They
and
fist fight so hard the volcano explodes.
it's super cool.
It's really cool. Man, I thought Bancho Leomon is like the coolest crap.
Yeah, I guess by extension, Suguru.
Bancho Leon's like trying to explain, he's like, and we became partners. And Masaru's like, wait, if you're my dad, then why am I not part lion? And he's like, or am I?
There is a point where Masaru interrupts him and he just like yells at him for doing so. Don't interrupt me.
It's a cool mon. I like all the Bancho lines. Yeah, they're all pretty cool, huh? Like, even Bancho Mommymon's pretty good. I usually don't care much about Mommymon.
Also, apparently there was one of the translators' notes was like, if you in regards to how he was speaking and referring to himself.
Yeah,
and like,
yeah.
I thought that was pretty neat.
Yeah, because it's like he basically uses a different version of I when referring to like Masaru's dad as opposed to himself. Yeah. Yeah, because I was like trying to listen for it. It's like in the subtitles they did a good job of clarifying the difference, but yeah, I guess that's something you can't really translate, huh?
Yeah.
You'd have to like switch between I and me or something, and that'd get really weird and like not obvious.
Yeah, in the dub, I would imagine it's like he would just refer to himself as I, and then he would refer to Bancho Leomon as Bancho Leomon.
Yeah. Also, Bancho Leomon's better in the original. Heck yeah, she is. Immediately. Yeah, we also learned that, like, freaking Bancho Leomon just has a burst mode, I guess.
Yeah, I'm seeing that made me disappointed that it hasn't really been a thing ever again, as far as I can tell.
Because it's like, it's not really like a full transformation, it's more just to get the idea across, but it's like, yeah, just his hair becomes fiery and gets like fire around him, and it's like, okay. Sure, why not? That works.
Yeah, but also screw that. I want an ultra level that's Bancho Leomon burst mode instead of freaking Chaosmon or whatever.
Yeah. Like, honestly, like, realistically speaking, just with the fire effects and stuff, this does look better than Rosemon's burst mode. It feels like it's more of a burst mode than that one.
Because like Bancho Leomon is like engulfed in flames and like his hair is like he goes Super Saiyan.
Pretty much. Just straight up, Bancho Goemon's such good. Yeah, Bancho Goemon's so cool though. Holy crap.
I think he's kind of weird, but eh.
I love the big crazy rock drill. I think it's a good touch. It's like, oh, you have stone weapons now. It's like you have stone weapons and you found a way to make it work. And it's like, okay, cool, awesome. But yeah, Bancho Leon, like, fights Craniumon in the desert because Craniumon hears that they're searching for God. And he's like, alright, I should probably, like, mess with this. I should probably stop them. And Yggdrasil's like, you know what? No, actually, I want to talk with them.
Yo, the burst mode thing was sick.
Yeah, that burst mode thing was something else. Maybe he does have some potential, huh? You know, maybe humans aren't so bad. Oh, hi, Kurata. Where are you? Oh, God, no, what are you doing?
The most tragic, most awful, most whatever event in human history.
This is jumping ahead, but I'm going real. By the end of this series, I got sort of like the fact that they keep going back to literally just Karada really did wear out its welcome. You know?
Yeah, it's like we get it. Karada sucks. He's dead. We don't
By
have to worry about him anymore.
yeah, but like episode 47 or 40 or whatever, they just brew him up again, and they're like, oh, but Digimon are also angry because did you know that Karada killed Digimon? And it's just like,
We know.
we know, we heard. But please
Hey,
have a second example, please.
if I watch Frigimon die to a laser one more time, I'm gonna lose it.
If I watch something that's not Leomon die one more time.
It's just they really love to show that shot of Frigimon getting shot.
Oh man. No, but don't you care about Frigimon? And it's like, yes, but also.
Yeah, I did the first maybe couple of times. It was like, yeah, it's tragic, and then it's like, okay, I get it.
Yeah. No, but we have to show for the stupid kids who just are watching like just sporadically. We have
Yeah,
to make very clear that they know that Karada's a bad guy.
Frigimon gets brought up so often that I have to like consciously stop myself from calling it Yukidarumon.
Did you God couldn't find you an null, so he just kept gaslighting them with them? Yeah, it's like, I feel like there has to have been other tragedies in the digital world before then, right? Like, other things that were bad that humans did at some point? Is it really just Karada just every time? Alright.
It seems like it was always just Karada. That everything was fine until he showed up.
Oh, man.
I mean, there's always got to be like an origin of all the bad things. So like,
That's the
it's just
goofy
yeah.
thing, because, like... Alright, so this is jumping ahead a bit. What was the origin of the digital anomaly that was, like, meshing the worlds in the first place?
What? It was the bomb that he set off.
No, but before that, because, like, there are, like, portals opening up, and, like, Digimon were coming to the human world, and, like, humans were being
Oh,
sucked to the digital world, right?
the implication is that it was Ikuto's parents and like other random humans who
Was
were
it
just.
Akudo? Was it his parents?
It was him and like maybe the scientists that they worked with because it was just like they discovered a parallel universe and or like they floated the idea of parallel universes and just kind of started tampering with it, and that's what caused it. That's what the implication seems to be, at least.
Because there's a weird line in the next episode where I guess I'll talk about it then a bit more, but it's like Yggdrasil says something like, oh yeah, I was created to like observe evolution and I was doing some type of experiment with it. And it's like, wait, did Yggdrasil cause the distortions? Because that would make sense thematically for like tying everything together, but I don't know if that's what we're meant to actually think.
I honestly don't know what we're supposed to think about that line. It's so weird
Yeah, what the crap?
because I thought the idea was that Yggdrasil always existed.
Yeah, as long as the digital worlds existed, it seems. Because,
So
like,
is the
yeah.
implication that somebody created Yggdrasil in the digital world?
I think the
What?
implication is that, like, originally there was, like, a main computer that was created, and then the digital world appeared in this universe. Like, in this continuity, humans just made the digital world, and then, like, Yggdrasil was, like, the central starting point of everything, and that's, how it happened. So Yggdrasil could have
Maybe.
been man like the 80s or 90s for all we know, and then they just evolved out of control.
It wouldn't be too outlandish. If I remember correctly, the Tamer's digital world was also created by the humans, and it just kind of became its own thing.
Yeah. Adventure is weird because it's like the digital world was always there, but there's also like a whole thing in the Wonder Swan games about like there's a specific computer that's like the origin point, but has like time travel powers. So, like, seemingly it, like, went back in time and, like, created its own existence or something, or created the digital world. And it's like, maintaining the space across all reality and all dimensions. And then Zed Millenniumon tries to blow it up. And it's like, yeah, that's probably bad. That would probably destroy the multiverse. And then in Ghost Game, they just beat it out of nowhere and it never comes back. It's a one-off villain. I will never be done complaining about that. Holy crap, what the heck. So he's been influenced by humans in adventure, but as you said, it is some time trial stuff. Yeah. You there, Lucky?
Yeah, I'm here. It's just, there's just a lot of weird stuff that they like. We're on like the last 4 episodes, so they don't really they don't really explain a whole lot. It's just like, okay, do fighting now.
Do fight, yeah. We need to learn about the secret origins of like Daimon becoming Bancho Leomon, because you see, Karada did a thing, and that was bad. MK. So, now Daimon has to die, Mon.
Basically, he was like, it's like, okay, this evil won't happen again. I bet my life on it. And then Karada comes back and is like, I'm doing it again.
I will point out, this would be so recently, too. Holy crap.
Yeah.
Like, this would be like, this is the second time Masaru goes to actually the third time, yeah. It's the second time he goes to Makurimon specifically, and he just brings Karada with him like an idiot. So Masaru kind of caused this when you think about it.
Yeah, but like not intentionally. He was just like, we gotta go stop Karada.
If only a single Digimon would have talked to the humans and said Karada is evil and he killed us, then like this would all be like so preventable.
Yeah. Also, they explain away why Bancho Leomon couldn't do anything. There's also a point where Yggdrasil is just kind of standing around doing nothing while Karada kills all the Digimon. Makes me wonder how much it actually does care.
I think it's just saying they're like, alright, well, he said this won't happen again. So clearly this can't happen again, right? And then it happens again. And at that point, there's no excuse for Yggdrasil to stay, like, inactive, but just does anyways. And it just lets things keep happening.
Yeah, it's like, if you want your divine retribution, now is the time.
Yeah, shouldn't Yggdrasil be, like, trying to destroy the Bio Digimon and crap, and, like, shouldn't the Royal Knights have been showing up to help defend Eldoradimon?
The Royal Knights should have shown up to where Karada was and murdered him.
Can you imagine Cross like trying to take out Eldoradimon or whatever? And he's like, oh yeah, everything's going according to plan. I've like divided their forces. Masaru is coming here. I'm keeping him occupied. The Bao Digimon have like set the bomb in place. And Amon now, the space-time distortion's going to totally take out the freaking thing and send it to the human world. And he looks over and Omnimon's just there. And he's like, oh.
Die, idiot.
It sure is a good thing that the Royal Knights have a Digimon whose most, like, iconic, notable, defining introduction moment is him murdering a shitload of mega levels at the same time. It sure is good they had something with such a wide-ranging, like, super strong attack to take out, say, like, hundreds of artificial Digimon that are trying to permanently murder things.
Yeah, like, any of the Royal Knights should have been able to, like, fly in, and it's like, okay, there's the guy behind it, dead.
Yeah.
Kurata's like laughing evilly, and then like Gallantmon's lance impales his head, dead.
Daimon just impales him from behind, and he's just like, ah, crap, I have to run away. And Damon's like, spiral saver.
Yeah, yeah,
Just,
it's
yeah.
that was a frustrating thing, and it's like, okay, you hate the humans for doing all these bad things to your to the Digimon so much. What are you doing to stop it? Oh, literally nothing.
Yeah, I kind of agree with Digi. So, like, it seems like if there's a justification in this, it's that it's like freaking Yggdrasil just doesn't care, and it's just using this as an excuse because it just wants a reason to wipe out the humans.
I guess.
Oh man. Maybe it's like the threat Kara poses to the Roll Knights and me specifically is near zero. And then Karada made the digital world start crashing, and it was like, okay, the threat Karada's actions it posed to me are no longer zero. I had to do something.
Then he still doesn't. Like, by the time he
Yeah.
decides to get involved with it, it's like, oh wait, those people just dealt with him.
Yeah, well, by the time he decides to get involved, the human and digital worlds are already, like, about to collide. And he's like,
Yeah.
okay, Roll Knights, go and just take out the human world. Just all of it. I trust you guys. Listen, we have
I
so
accept
many powerful Digimon, including Omnimon. How can we even lose?
I accept no responsibility for my own inaction.
Exactly, yeah. Just as God intended. Oh man, I feel like there's definitely so many parallels with that. It's like, holy crap, there's probably so many stories in various religions of just like, hey, God is just letting this horrible thing happen. And afterwards they're like, yup, I sure did just let that thing happen, huh? Yeah, still worship me though, because I'll kill you if you don't. Man. Jeez. But yeah, they try to, like, trick God by doing this whole ploy where it's like Bancho Leomon kills Daimon, but he does it in such a way they can, like, hold on for a moment, and then they can, like, join their souls together into Bancho Leomon. And then Yggdrasil still steals his, like, body of, like, freaking Masaru's dad. And he's like, oh, if you want to trick a god, then I'll show you. Haha, I have stolen your dead body. What are you going to do without your corpse, Daimon?
Interfere and I will kill this body. And that's why Bancho Leomon could not interfere with anything. Or Bancho Leomon / Suguru.
So, legit question. Because this is like. It's like. The body is dead, right?
In the weird anime way where it can still be saved. Yes.
Yeah, because I'm like, can it be saved though, even?
The answer is yes, even when it's completely destroyed.
Because the entire time, like, hey, Bancho, like, think about it's like, why do you care though? Because I don't think you're
Because
gonna get it back.
the reason it cares is because Suguru is his friend.
Oh man, I guess. I don't know. I feel like, if say like, hey, I just wake up tomorrow and I get the news that it's like you have died and you is like my friend are having your corpse puppeted by like a demon. I feel like it would be fair game to like destroy that so they're not, exploiting your dead body. I feel like that's like something I'd want to do if I could.
I mean, not if there's a chance you could get it back.
I don't know, I feel like if that was the scenario, I don't know if there'd be much of a chance. Like maybe I'd call an exorcist, but if they can't do anything, then And I don't want there to be a demon out there. I feel kind of responsible now.
I mean, regardless of whether you just still had the body or not, it wasn't going to change much, actually.
Yeah.
There was no reason to be like, okay, destroy the body, because Yggdrasil would just continue doing whatever.
Yeah, but you see, I'm the one who poisoned your drink, and that led to the whole thing. I mean, wait, what?
Again, Yggdrasil could quote-unquote poison a drink without having the body.
Oh, man. Jeez. But yeah, sure, it makes enough sense. It's fine. It's like, alright, sure, whatever. It's like, it's alright, but it's like, yeah, no, if I think about it, it doesn't quite, like, make as much sense as it seemed to at first, but yeah, sure, fine, whatever, why not? And immediately, freaking Bancho Leomon, he grabs Yggdrasil, and he gets him in a full Nelson, and he's like, okay, Masaru, listen,
Right,
do you
Piccolo,
know special beam cannon?
Yeah. Piccolo, I need you to fire the special beam cannon.
Yeah, I guess basically Digimon fixed the body since he probably has those powers. Seems the only reason he took the body was to troll Suguru. Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
Listen, Masaru, you need to take the shot. Can you do it? Listen, are you going to be a Shinji or are you going to be a man? And Masaru just looks at him and he's like, yo, what? Murdering people I'm close to is what I was born to do. Let's do this.
To be fair, Masaru, it's not actually that easy. Masaru just like, I don't want to kill my dad.
Oh, man. Yeah, he's really upset about it, but he does go through with it.
Yeah.
It's just goofy because it's like, first he just looks at Toma and he's like, oh, you betrayed us? I will murder you with my Digimon. And now he's looking at his dad and he's like, well, crap, I don't want to murder him with my Digimon.
I mean, that's his dad. Toma is just the guy who he initially didn't even get along with.
Yeah, it's just goofy that Masaru keeps being put in situations where he's like, has to kill people with his Digimon. Is a weird recurring thing that happens more times than I'd expect. If I had a nickel for every time, like, freaking Masaru tried to murder an ally with his Digimon, I would have 2 nickels, which is not a lot, but it's weird that it happened more than once. Jeez. But yeah, he, like, does the thing, and it's like, a detail I actually really like is that he's just so overcome with emotion. This is like the one time he digivolves without like punching something. He just forms the Digisoul on his own and just does it.
Yep.
He just finally freaking just does it. He just pulls it off on his own and does it the right way. And it's like, you know what? He does finish it off. He definitely takes out a Leomon.
Yeah, so jumping ahead a little bit past where we're going to be at this point, Bancho Leomon doesn't come back as far as I can tell.
No, he's just gone. Like, here comes a Digi-Egg, but yeah, he's gone.
Yeah, Yggdrasil is just like, sure, I'll revive Suguru, but nah, Bancho Leomon's gone.
Yeah, I'll revive Suguru, and they're like, well, Bancho Leomon, and he's like, that's
What
not how
about
Digimon
Bancho?
works.
He's like, what about Bancho Leomon?
But yeah, they kill the dad, and they're like, okay, you did it, Masaru. You finally got the courage to murder your father.
And then Yggdrasil is just like, you idiots, I didn't need that body.
Masaru, you finally joined the ranks of the all-time JRPG greats, like Tidus. Oh god, what's over there? Can't have a Digimon show without a Leomon death. Oh yeah, you gotta have it. It's just... I feel like there's like multiple times where we were kind of saying Leomon died in this.
Saber Leomon.
Freaking Saber Leomon holding up the freaking digital world. His life force is being drained, and now he's dead for real.
Yeah, the second one we joked about, but it's like, oh, he's not actually dead, and it's like, oh, now he is.
Dead Leomon, third impact.
But jeez. Yeah, I just surely they knew that like Yggdrasil wouldn't be stopped that easily. Like, why did they go through the trouble of like sacrificing themselves?
Well, I don't know if they realized that Yggdrasil had like a real body or not. Cause to us we know, but it's like to them it's like he seems like kind of a spirit, you know? Maybe he can't do anything on his own.
Surely Bancho Leomon knew that the literal god of their world couldn't be killed so easily.
I don't know. Because until they met him at, like, the tree with, like, Craniumon, they thought Yggdrasil was a myth. They didn't even know he was real.
That's fair, yeah. Bancho like, they laugh at Craniumon when or not at Craniumon, but, like, Craniumon is like, yes, I'm the messenger of Yggdrasil, and they start laughing, and it's like, oh, sorry, we're not mocking you, it's just, it's like, we're happy to find out that, like, Yggdrasil exists.
Yeah, this thing we've been chasing isn't just this hopeless dream. It's actually real, and it's like, we can find it. And maybe kill it. Maybe. Probably not.
Yeah, that's what leads to the fight between Bancho Leomon and Craniumon, even as like, yeah, take us to him, and he's like, how dare you?
I don't know if I like this version of Digigod. I rather the anime girl version. Yeah, speaking of, now that you have seen Yggdrasil's design...
Yeah.
Are you ready for the waifu design?
Sure, why not?
It is on stream right now. Let me just fit to... There we go.
That's vaguely similar in design, yeah.
It is like...
I mean, at least with like the angular like dress pattern or whatever.
It's like the dress is like the thing, and you have like the shoulder bits that are like the, you know, side things. You have like the weird sleeves, and it's like a maid outfit, you know?
Weird. But,
It's so weird. It's so freaking weird.
Yggdrasil does have a feminine voice. I guess it makes some amount of sense.
So, from what I understand, because I haven't actually read this manga, but I've looked up a little bit about it just out of curiosity. From what I understand, if I'm not misremembering, Yggdrasil basically creates a human body so that they can try and understand humanity, and then it goes wrong, and they get split off from the main Yggdrasil consciousness or something.
Oh boy.
And it's like this weird thing where it's like, I think Digimon Yggdrasil is trying to fight war against human Yggdrasil. I think. Don't quote me on that. It's been a while since I looked this up, so I'm probably getting things wrong. But I believe that's what it was. That's what the deal was. Oh, man. But yeah, do we have anything else to say on episode 47?
Not really. I think it kind of just ends with Yggdrasil being like, you didn't kill me, idiots.
Sorry, 46, not 47, yeah. Yeah, Core of Yggdrasil is also feminine. Yeah, it is, isn't it? Huh?
Yeah.
Also, I forgot to do the thing. Yeah, screw it. Whatever, it's fine.
Just lump those two in because they kind of go together with the Bancho Leomon reveal.
Yeah, screw it, why not?